So like we've established over a few months, there are numerous villains and characters that have been relegated to the bargain bin of Doctor Who. You know the ones I'm talking about. The list is endless. The Rutans had their singular outing, the Crinoids, the Nyman, and yet so many with enormous potential are squandered. With the demise of the Time Lords and the destruction of Gallifrey thanks to the Master's appearance in that terrible storyline of the Timeless Child, the stage is set for returns that could actually matter. I already went over one such return, but that was for a different reason entirely. These are the villains who deserve more than a fleeting mention. They deserve proper, universe-shaking stories. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today I hope the writers are paying attention. The Warlords deserve a proper return, and if they're ever brought back, it has to be epic. Anything less would be a crime against what could be one of the greatest stories in the show's history. The Warlords were cunning, ruthless, and terrifying in ways most villains never achieved. Their primary weapon was not brute strength, but control, special eyeglasses and monocles that could hypnotize humans, manipulating entire armies. On their base worlds, they had technology capable of reconditioning minds, ensuring that soldiers, once recruited, never faltered. In their past incursions, they attempted to conquer Earth by taking human soldiers from different points in history and forcing them into battle. Survivors were intended to be trained as elite troops for galactic conquest. They allied themselves with the likes of the Nazis, exploited advanced time technology, and even experimented on alien species to determine suitability for their armies. The Warlords adhered to an ideology called the New Order. Their intelligence and martial skill made them destined to rule all galaxies. What's fascinating is how their potential has never been fully realized. With the Flux tearing the universe apart and the Time Lords gone, there's a perfect opening for them to return. Not as one-off villains, but as a season-long threat capable of toppling civilizations, manipulating entire species, and forcing the Doctor to confront a galaxy-wide nightmare. The universe was in tatters. The Flux had torn reality apart. And with the Time Lords gone, the galaxy was honestly a fractured, lawless expanse. Refugees fled from dying worlds, civilizations teetered on the brink of collapse, and the Doctor had never seen such widespread despair. In the shadows of this chaos, the Warlords emerged, reborn from timelines thought erased, their plans perfected in the cracks of reality. They struck with chilling precision. Entire planets were commandeered without a shot fired. Populations were hypnotized, their loyalty engineered by perfected mind control technology. Species that would have, slaughtered one another now fought side by side, forming a terrifying, disciplined army spanning multiple star systems. Entire fleets of soldiers, harvested from diverse timelines and worlds, obeyed without question, their individuality erased and replaced with a single unified purpose: conquest. The Warlords had, definitely learned from past failures. They no longer relied solely on brute force, you see. Instead, they manipulated governments, subverted resistance movements, and exploited the chaos left by the Flux. A human colony on the edge of the galaxy became a recruitment hub for indoctrinated soldiers, while a thriving alien metropolis was converted into basically a factory producing weapons and war machines. Every world they touched became just another link in their sprawling empire. The Doctor arrived amidst the devastation, confronting horrors both new and, honestly, all too familiar. He saw cities evacuated and abandoned, only to watch them torn apart to fuel the Warlords' advance. Allies were, pretty scarce, and the indoctrinated armies were frighteningly effective. Soldiers who once resisted one another now operated with ruthless efficiency. Past enemies became temporary allies, bound together by the Warlords' control. creating conflicts the Doctor could barely anticipate. The climax was not a singular battle, but rather a war waged across space and time. The Doctor targeted the Warlord's central nexus of control, navigating shifting realities where every action had consequences in, multiple timelines. Starships collided, planets teetered on the edge of annihilation, and civilizations that had survived for millennia faced extinction in just a matter of hours. Yet the Warlords were cunning. Every trap dismantled led to another, and every victory threatened to unravel the fragile balance the Doctor sought to restore. In the end, the Warlords' network began to collapse, their indoctrination failing as the Doctor disrupted the core technology controlling their armies. Freed soldiers turned against their former masters, sparking rebellions across dozens of worlds. The Warlords themselves fled, their defeat temporary at best. Even fractured, even beaten, their genius and ruthlessness remained, a lingering shadow over a universe still reeling from the flux. This was a return the Warlords deserved, epic, relentless and full of tension. Not just a fight, but a demonstration of what the galaxy could face when its greatest predators returned, unrestricted and unchallenged. In a universe without Time Lords, the stakes had never been higher, and the Doctor would need every ounce of cunning, courage and ingenuity to stop them. The Warlords are the perfect example of the untapped potential sitting in the Doctor Who archives. They combine strategy, ruthlessness and sheer narrative opportunity that could anchor an entire season of stories, especially now that the universe itself is broken. If handled correctly, their return could remind viewers what high-stakes, intelligent Doctor Who looks like. A true challenge for the Doctor, rather than another series of gimmicks and recycled ideas. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where naturally I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.